Well, just having a few technical difficulties here in the studio at the moment. Our apologies to our viewers. The race is about to get underway for the Junior Saloon Car Championship, race number 3 of their weekend. They're just getting underway now. We'll get full pictures back just as soon as we can. So it's Wilf Butler and Josh Salvadori will be battling for the lead. We'll wait for them to come into sight at the old hairpin. As we say, just a few technical difficulties at the moment. Apologies from our director. We'll restore full pictures as soon as we can. Just waiting for the cars to come into sight into the old hairpin. It is Wilf Butler who is leading ahead of Salvadori. Third place is Ollie Kerr. Then Ollie Smith holding off the Kersley Motorsport car of Matthew Swatton as they make their way up towards McLean's for the first time. So we're back to full pictures just as soon as we are able.
Thank you. Thanks, guys.
I'll let you know the race order as they come up towards the end of lap number 1 of our final Junior Saloon Car race of the week. And as we say, having just a few technical problems at the moment. Apologies from our director. This is a chance to say a big thank you to all our camera crews here this weekend for being out there bringing us the action as always. The completion of the first lap, it is Wilf Butler ahead by 0.4 of a second from Josh Salvadori. Kerr in third, then Smith and Swatton. Leon Holly is up into 6th position ahead of Scharfegger. Louis Austin's lost out on that first lap. He's down into 8th position, and Tim Leonard has dropped to the back of the field in the number 29. Lexi Powell is up to 9th position, just behind Louis Austin. Wait for them to come back into our sights once again. It's Butler who leads. First 3 breaking away slightly. Salvadori in second, Kerr in third place. Ollie Smith a little bit wide there. Matthew Swatton could attack. There's a battle developing for 6th as well. Max Scharfegger's up into P6 ahead of Leon Holly. So Scharfegger leading the chase of those first 5 at the moment. It is Wilf Butler who holds the lead in our Junior Saloon Car finale. As we say, a few technical problems at the moment, and we will get back to full pictures just as soon as we can. Just a few problems here in our studio at the moment. Butler leads up the line from Salvadori by 0.339 of a second. Salvadori got the quicker lap that time through a 1:26.148 as opposed to Butler with a 1:26.240, so the gap came down a little. Scharfegger up into 6th place. Louis Austin is 8th behind Leon Holly. Lexi Powell and Sherry-Ann Powell rounding out the top 10 ahead of Bailey Roberts at the moment. Tim Leonard at the back of the field. Josh Salvadori is going to have to start pushing fairly early here, but he's still behind Wilf Butler as they head out of the old hairpin at the moment. Kerr in third place. Those 3 are pulled away from Ollie Smith and Swatton in 5th. Max Scharfegger kicking up the dust in 6th position. Lexi Powell moving up to try and have a go at Sherry-Ann Powell. There's a little battle developing between those 2. It looks like Sherry-Ann has got through into 9th place there. So the 2 young lady racers battling it out for 9th position. Heading up towards the line once again to complete lap number 3 of this 3rd race for the Junior Saloon Cars. Have full pictures back just as soon as we can. Virtually identical lap times that time through for Butler and Salvadori. 1:26.396 for Butler, 1:26.395 for Josh Salvadori. Now, is he going to be in a position to make a move to try and take the lead away? Lexi Powell has dropped behind Bailey Roberts into 11th position. She'll look to fight back as they come down the Craner curves this time. Is it going to be the white and black of Butler or the red of Salvadori who leads the way as they come back inside? It is still Butler. The first three pulling away now. They're 5 seconds clear of 4th place, which is still Ollie Smith. Swatton in 5th place. And then a gap back of about 4.5 seconds to Scharfegger ahead of Holly. Louis Austin is next. Next to Sherry Ann Powell. There's Bailey Roberts and Lexi Powell just running a little bit wide over the curb there. Behind them there's Tim Leonard in the Orex car at the back of the field. All 12 still running, covered by about 18 seconds at the moment after 3 laps. As they make their way back up towards the McLean's Coppice section. Our director, I can tell you, is working to get full pictures restored. Sorry again for a few technical issues at the moment with our stream. We're getting the view that a spectator on the inside of the old hairpin would get at trackside at Donington Park at the moment. We're very close to where the old spark plug commentary box would have been. Sadly, that's disappeared before my commentary career began. I never did commentate from in the spark plug. Four laps completed. The lead gap is down to 1/4 of a second. Butler and Salvadori. Just about 8/800ths of a second taken out of Wilf Butler's lead that time through. Still ahead as they come through the old hairpin. Ollie Kerr just keeping a watching brief behind. They're nearly 7 seconds clear now of Ollie Smith in 4th place. There he is ahead of Matthew Swatton. And then the gap back to 6, which is Scharfegger on the outside of Leon Holly. They have side by side on the run up towards Schwantz Curve. Louis Austin behind them. And then the next 3 of Powell, Sherry Ann Powell, that is, Roberts and Lexi Powell. Tim Leonard at the tail of the field. Well, it's getting spicy for 6th place. Max Scharfegger and Leon Holly side by side. I thought Scharfegger was going to run wide onto the dirt there on the outside. Those two are 5.3 seconds off Matthew Swatton. Just coming up to half distance in this one. We can now bring you a few more pictures there of the leaders coming over the start-finish line. It is still Butler who leads from Lightning McQueen, aka Josh Salvadori. So no major change. The main battle is for 6th place at the moment as they come over the line. It is Scharfegger ahead of Louis Austin. He's got ahead of Leon Holly there down the straight. The leaders come down the Craner curves. So well done to the technical team and to our director. We've got a few more pictures for you now. In this junior saloon car finale. Ollie Smith's pulled away a bit there from Matthew Swatton as they go up towards McLean's. It is still Wilf Butler who leads the way from Josh Salvadori in 2nd place. And it looks like we are returning to a bit more normality now. Well done to Elliot, our director, and to the technical team here in the studio for rectifying those few problems. And talking of problems, oh, the leader very wide there at Coppice Corner. I thought Wilf Butler was going to go off. This is a golden opportunity for Josh Salvadori to try and make his way into the lead. He's going to go through at the chicane. Down the inside, Salvadori takes the lead into the Roberts chicane. Wilf Butler very wide there onto the curves, nearly into the gravel at Coppice. That's what Lexi Powell did in race 2 earlier on. Over the line they come, so it's Salvadori who leads. Butler in 2nd place. I thought I saw Wilf Butler had a penalty pending there, but no message from race control to confirm it. It does say 5 seconds pending on the timing graphic though. We'll wait for official confirmation of that. So it could lose him 2nd place to Ollie Kerr. But Butler is fighting back here on the tail of Josh Salvadori. Through the old hairpin they go. These 3 well ahead, nearly 9 seconds clear of Ollie Smith in 4th place now. Yes, 5 second penalty pending according to the timing screen. Meantime, here's that battle further back for 6th place. Scharfegger, Holly and Austin's back into 8th place now. And behind them, Lexi Powell, I can tell you, has got back ahead of Bailey Roberts up into 10th. She's running well. Leon Holly on the bumper of Max Scharfegger with the yellow wheels. Some of our show trucks starting to depart in the background. But they're missing a good race here for the Junior Saloon Car Championship. Josh Salvadori with the lead. What's Wilf Butler going to try here? He's had a frustrating weekend so far. Restricted to 5th by braking issues in the first race yesterday. 3rd earlier on today. And now losing his lead by running wide at Coppice. Here's the Muni Hire car going to fight its way back into the lead here. He's got to be mindful that Ollie Kerr is shadowing them as well. Smith and Swatton 4th and 5th. Down to Redlands. 4.5 minutes just over of this race to go. Is it going to be a hat-trick for Josh Salvadori? It's Kerr in third. Somebody swept a bit of gravel onto the circuit there. Somebody must have run wide earlier on. Ten seconds clear of Smith and Swatton. Leon Holly has got past Scharfegger up into 6th position. He must have done that at the chicane. Bailey Roberts back ahead of Lexi Powell. They're having a good scrap for 10th place. We keep an eye on the lead fight because we know if we look away for 1 second, there'll be a change. There's Leon Holly. He's having a decent weekend up there. He's got ahead of Scharfegger and Austin into 6th position. As Wilf Butler moves up onto the bumper again of our race leader into Coppice. This time Salvadori runs a bit wide. This is Butler's opportunity. He's got the better exit there. And he's going to be alongside on the run down to the Roberts chicane. Kerr up there on the outside. Butler's surely going to take the lead back again here into the chicane. Who's going to be later on the brakes? It's Butler. He's done it. Good move by Wilf Butler. Retakes the lead. Pulls away a little bit from Salvadori on the exit as well. In the background there's Leon Holly. He's pulled away from Scharfegger and Austin, who are side by side as well. Smith still ahead of Swatton for 4th and 5th. Butler, possibly with that 5-second penalty pending, has come up there. We'll await official confirmation of that. See as he crosses the line. If he's to overcome that penalty, if it is a 5-second penalty, he's got to win by more than 5 seconds to keep P1. That's a tall order in cars this evenly matched, but he's trying his hardest. Look, he's pulling away from Salvadori now. You'll have seen via his pit board. There's Scharfegger and Austin. They're 7th and 8th, dropping back from Leon Holly a little now in the light blue car. Sherry-Ann Powell is 9th, and then Bailey Roberts and Lexi Powell, with Tim Leonard still at the tail of the field. Here are the leaders coming out of McLean's. Wilf Butler from Josh Salvadori. Of course, if they get together, then Ollie Kerr could capitalise here and take his first Donington win. He's having a look on the outside there, down into the chicane. He's getting closer. 2 minutes on the clock just over, so this will be penultimate lap. Fastest lap of the race with Salvadori, 1:26.148. 2 laps to go for the Junior Saloon cars here at Donington Park. Over the line they go. 3 leaders, line astern, covered by 0.7 of a second, the 3 of them. We're in for an absorbing finish here. Can Wilf Butler hang on and end Josh Salvadori's hopes of a Donington hat-trick? It's going to make things very interesting in the championship. We'll have to go to the calculators later on to work out who's leading going into Snetterton. Down the hill they come for the penultimate time. Got them drifting almost their way in a beautiful 4-wheel drift there from Wilf Butler. Superb car control. Now this is interesting. 5-second penalties pending for Butler and Salvadori on my timing screen, and for Matthew Swatton. So Ollie Kerr could be on to win this. They don't know it. They're too busy fighting for the lead. And look at Kerr up the inside. He's going for Salvadori into Coppice. He's got through. He's into 2nd place. Great move by Ollie Kerr. Now Butler's going wide. Oh, they're going to be 3 wide into the straight. This is going to be interesting down towards the chicane. Butler's gone back around the outside to hold his lead. Salvadori's there on the inside. Suddenly, it's all come alive at the front of the field in the closing stage. It'll be last lap this time. Kerr's got back into 2nd place on the outside line. He slipstreamed Wilf Butler there. So if Butler and Salvadori do both have 5-second penalties pending, well, Ollie Kerr's going to be on to win this. Over the line they go. Swatton's got a penalty pending as well, according to my timing screen. But he's safely clear of Leon Holly for it not to affect his result. The only way it will have an effect if he gets ahead of Ollie Smith. Side by side, this is Louis Austin and Max Scharfegger for 7th place. Austin goes through into the chicane. Behind them there's Sherry-Ann Powell. Behind her is Bailey Roberts. I think Tim Leonard's got through into 11th place ahead of Lexi Powell as well. Here are the leaders. Ollie Kerr, he wants to take the checkered flag in first place. He could well inherit the win here anyway. They're serenaded by the air horns of Collins Contractors, whose fleet is on its way out of the circuit in the background. It'll be spurring them on, certainly, these youngsters. Up to the top of the circuit they go. There's the battle for 4th between Ollie Smith and Matthew Swatton, and Salvadori's dropped back there. You can see the red car in 3rd place. Now, up to the chicane for the last time. Wilf Butler and Ollie Kerr. Is Ollie Kerr going to go for a last spend lunge? If Butler's got that penalty, he doesn't need to. They come into the chicane for the final time. It's going to be checkered flag for Wilf Butler in the number 70. Out of the final chicane they come, up towards the line. Wilf Butler's going to take the flag. We'll wait to see how things work out. It is going to be Ollie Kerr who inherits the win. 5-second penalties for Butler and Salvadori. They'll be 2nd and 3rd. Ollie Smith is going to take 4th, makes up for his retirement earlier on. Matthew Swatton has a 5-second penalty as well, but he's safely clear of Leon Holly to keep 5th place. So the result will remain provisional, I'm sure, for now. Leon Holly, a good run to 6th place for him. Louis Austin in 7th. Max Scharfegger dropping back a bit there. He'll finish in P8. And 9th is going to be Sherry-Ann Powell, although Scharfegger's just got a penalty as well, so Sherry-Ann Powell's going to be 8th. Max Scharfegger's got a 5-second penalty as well. I'm assuming they're all for track limits. We didn't get told the reasons why in that one. Roberts is 10th. Tim Leonard comes through for 11th, and the final finisher, albeit on the lead lap this time after her problems earlier on, will be Lexi Powell. All 12 starters make it home. Let's have a look at the provisional result then. Ollie Kerr inherits the victory, win number 4 of the season for him, ahead of Wilf Butler and Josh Salvadori, who both pick up 5-second penalties, presumably for exceeding track limits. Ollie Smith in 4th place ahead of Matthew Swatton, who also got a 5-second penalty. Leon Holly a good 6th ahead of Louis Austin and Sherry-Ann Powell. Max Scharfegger got a 5-seconder as well, down to 9th place, and Bailey Roberts rounding up the top 10. Tim Leonard and Lexi Powell completing the finishers. Martin Wright's a non-starter.